Yo, what's good, people? So it's war number 6 of the season. We're up against an alliance called Furious Gods. We are at this point, of course, 4-1 for the season, 4 wins and 1 loss. So things are looking good. We're back in tier 1. We're within reaching distance of Masters. So yeah, things going quite well for the season. However, for this particular war, when I've joined, I'm pretty sure we were having quite a rough one. I believe at one point we were 10-1 down on deaths, so we had died 10 times to our opponent's 1 death, and yeah, things weren't looking great. But yeah, obviously you've just got to get in, keep it as clean as you can. So I'm joining now to take, I think, 4 fights this war, and yeah, the aim would be clear up as clean as we can and hope that the opponent, because they think they were quite a bit behind on attacker kills, they had some catching up to do. Just got to hope for mistakes on their end. Not a position you want to be in, but of course it can happen. So my team for the war is Warlock, Torch and Shang Chi. My first 2 fights here are going to be with Warlock, so as you can see, since I'm taking 2 Warlock fights, I've decided to just throw on some power backs. They really obviously help with Warlock, and yeah, it provides that extra safety net, although I think both fights didn't really need it. It was just, yeah, better to have than not. And of course I go with advanced power boost as well. Yeah, just so I can have that special 1 start and get to my special 2 quicker. Now, yeah, so there I was just checking the screen recording was going, so lose a few seconds in the fight there. But this one is gonna, like, it really surprised me how quick it goes down. So as you can see, like, already taking a good chunk of him. We've got infection up now, and then we throw a heavy, trigger conduit, debuff and healing, which, because he's infected, obviously he's degenning. Throw 1 special 2, and he just gets wiped out. So I think that's, what, 18-second or so fight according to the fight screen there, which technically was maybe 14 or 13 seconds because I wasted a few at the start, pausing and just checking that the screen recording was going. So yeah, absolutely shredded that fight with Warlock. But yeah, very, very satisfying start. Means as well I can go into this Havok fight, not have to heal up at all. I'm pretty much at full health. So yeah, we come in now, and this Havok one is a bit of a slower one. It's one where you really are trying to block and parry a lot, get those repowers. You just want to keep draining his power, and ideally not let him throw a single special, because as soon as he throws one, then you're going to get armor broken and heal blocked from the node. And of course, while that happens, then, you know, if you don't control his plasmas, or if he heavies you and you get a feedback on you, that's how he'll get his 3rd debuff and go unblockable. So that, you know, that's the scare in this fight. And this particular node I have fought Havok on quite a lot, and there have been a few times that it's gone wrong. So naturally I'm going as cautious as I can, which I have in the past as well, to be fair. But yeah, we go for the special 3 rather than the special 2, just to ensure we've got this power drain on him. And there we just really turtle up, try to make sure he's not throwing that special 1. And you see here, literally doing like 1 or 2 hit combos, and then turtling up again, go for those blocks and reparries, just wanting to get him to hit his medium into my block and therefore get power drained. So far so good. He's now down to 50%. We've barely lost any health. You know, we're losing pretty much all of it just to block damage, but you know, we're not going to need a Warlock after this fight anyway, so we're very happy to just take all that block damage for the sake of trying to keep this fight, like I say, as safe as possible. And now we're back up to another special 3, so we launch this one, and then again we're going to be ready to try and turtle afterwards, because this will probably push him over a bar, which in a moment we'll see. Yep, it does. So there, turtle up just so he doesn't throw it, and yeah, he's back down below now because of the power drain. So we've got it all under control. The power back boost as well helped. It just meant getting to those special 3s a bit faster, the second one. And yeah, at the end here as well, because it's pretty much down, I think we just go for a special 2 finish in a moment. But yeah, nice clean fight. Here we go. I think this is it. Drop the special 2 just to finish it off. We know it's safe to do so at this point. And yeah, like I say, not quite as rapid as that cable fight, but a nice clean one, and 2 solos to start. So next up I have got, well, you guessed it, Knull on this node. It's one I get assigned a lot. It's, yeah, just Knull is a very, very dangerous one here. Basically, you eat that special 2, and unless you're using Doom, you're probably getting deleted by it. So it's one of those ones where I think probably Mole Man might be the safest option here, just because he can actually block the unblockable special attack there. So, you know, and with Mole Man, you can just go power back boost and kind of almost cheese this fight in a way. But of course, Mole Man's not always the most assignable option. So I do get this one a lot with Shang Chi, who I'd say is kind of in and around Doom in terms of how good he is for this fight. But yeah, the main thing is, like I say, if you have that special 2 decks down, then this becomes a pretty good fight for Shang Chi. But invulnerability is on to be safe. We go in, we get our parry, Wushu into cleanse. Now we're unblockable as well, so we don't have to worry about getting parried when we go in. And we go for the parry and the stun and cleanse Wushu again. He's at 2 bars, so we get the dex of that. We now get in and we get one more Wushu in here just to make sure we get some extra damage on the special 2. And yeah, once again, a nice full yellow bar. Clean, quick fight. Yeah, very, very satisfying. Never gets old for Shang-Chi, really. But good to have that fight down again. And good to have such a clean war so far. I think there's 2 wars in a row now where it's been really clean. But of course, one more fight left here. It is a rintrah, and I've taken him, I think, already once this season on this exact node. And the last time I took it, it was not so clean at all. Let's just say I kept trying to punish his heavy straight away, forgetting that it was like a 2-part to it. So, you know, kept getting hit by the second part. Going into this one, I made sure in duels to just try and get that into my head, to not let that happen again. But here we go. Right, so here as well, no Wags pre-fight on this one, so because of Mighty Charge, we are going to have to reparry a lot. But obviously that can also be kind of nice. You get extra smolders on you for doing those reparries. And then, yeah, the aim is obviously we've got Human Torches. Flame on pre-fight. Don't want to force intercepts. I got a nice opportunity with one there. Something I'm really also trying to do a lot more is just keep making sure I'm doing light intercepts, because obviously mediums are much easier for you to get punished on. As you can see here as well, I've kind of got it into my head. His heavy animation, two hits to it, so yeah, not getting smacked in the face constantly like I did last time. At this point as well, it seems quite clear to me that he wasn't going to throw his special, and I knew I had an invulnerability on, so instead of like trying to bait it and potentially getting back into the corner and eating a few hits and losing my invulnerability, I just thought, right, we'll just tank a special 3. I've eaten one from him before when I faced him, so I know for a fact it doesn't do anything harmful. But then, yeah, unfortunately we waste the other 2 hits of the invulnerability there in the corner. So now I'm conscious, like, right, we do need to make more of an effort to bait his specials, because we can't tank any more special 3s. But at this point, it's still going quite nice and smooth. I managed to get my intercept again there, just like I said, at this point, I can go for a finish, get a heavy off, throw a special 3, and yeah, the fight is as good as done at this point, I believe. But yeah, a nice smooth fight again, 4 solos, and yeah, a clean war for me. Overall, as an alliance, it was a bit of a sloppy war. It seemed there were a lot of deaths going around, especially early on. But like I say, we had 10 deaths to their 1 at one point. So as you can see, only dying twice. After that, we cleaned up our act. We finished strong, and yeah, they had a bit of a rough time. So thankfully, we pick up another win. We're now 5-1 for the season. I think we're like rank 4 in Platinum 1, so we're just off Masters. But yeah, it's going to get tougher as the matchups come now, as we start facing more people in and around Masters. But it's what you want at the end of the day. You want to compete for Masters. You've got to face those guys. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, 5-1 for the season halfway through. A good start, and hopefully we can push on from here. That'll be all for this war video though. So yeah, I'll take care and see you in the next one.